somebody told you today, don't overthink it. Don't overthink what? Hostage or not, sometimes it's nice being held. I have a very serious condition called needing to be cozy all the time. You know what? I think I understand. Sean yawns. I'm tired. Sean yawns. Me too. Sean yawns. And me. There's a line in The Batman where they reveal the Riddler has, quote, over 500 online followers, like that's a lot. Jesus only had 12, so one was a hate follow. Me, staring out window. Looks like rain, submarine captain. What? Me, but like more. True love is when your pets know you're sad and they cuddle with you. If you approach me and say any of the following words within the first sentence, crypto, NFT, metaverse, or mayonnaise, I'm immediately walking away. All right, Julia, hold up. Slow your roll. What's wrong with mayonnaise? Imagine you are living inside a tiny mushroom house with a tiny chimney deep in the woods. No one knows you exist. You make a soup in a tiny pot. You are free. Yeah, and probably tax-free, too. It doesn't sound so bad. Easily the most relatable email I've received. Need to postpone. Hi, Rachel. I have lost control of the day. It happens. Bank account, $1,400. Me to a Girl Scout. Give me the thick mints. Why don't they just make the Tupperware spaghetti colored right there at the factory? Why do you want it to be spaghetti colored? The new Batman movie suggests that Thomas and Martha Wayne were killed in 2001, which means it's very likely that they died taking their beloved son Bruce to the theater to see Shrek. Why was there always a bite taken out of these MFs? You know what, you're right. I don't want to know. I wonder if birds fly for fun or if they're always on some mission. You know, they're probably on a mission and we're not going to see it coming one day. Awesome notification to get. 2 men fighting, 0.2 miles away. Thanks. Does anyone else eat their meal in order from their least favorite part to their favorite part, or do I have some rare form of OCD? Oh no, you always want the last bite to be just scrumdiddlyumptious. Some women have been finessing men into buying them expensive shit for years and just ghosting them after, but a man does it and he gets a documentary made about him called The Tinder Swindler. This is the most $8 has ever changed my life. And you know what? I think I need $8 for myself. We used to pay real money for ringtones, and now if my phone makes a noise, it ruins my day. You are so right without a silver spoon. I hope you find a spoon someday. Asked my therapist who their therapist was and went to see them. Asked them the same thing until I got to the final boss therapist and defeated them with my train wreck of a life. Where did Scar's accent come from? Did he study abroad? I've been alive 20 years and still haven't found the right thing to say when someone knocks on the door of the public bathroom you're in. Guys, occupied. Or occupado if you want to make it a little spicier. There are 2 types of people in this world. 1, people who go, ooh, big stretch when a dog stretches. 2, sociopaths. My right hand, I shall carry 30 bags of groceries at once. My left hand, I got the bread. Jurassic Park updates. Let's see what that park's up to. In a sense, none of our dinosaurs have ever escaped because society itself is just another larger cage. Yeah, that sounds so smart. But yeah, like 18 to 19 dinosaurs are currently loose. So things are going well then. Lord, please take this gas out my stomach and put it in my car. I don't think you want that. I mixed up a couple of glass jars and accidentally made a milk tea with instant yeast instead. Do not recommend. I don't understand why people would want to get rid of pigeons. They don't bother no one. Thank you, Mike Tyson. My favorite part while seeing The Batman movie, shot of a dark alley next to some criminals, kid in the audience, Batman is in there! Movie, nothing happens and the scene changes, kid in the audience, I'm sorry everyone, I thought he was in there. Tupperware, more like Tupperware the f*** is the lid. We'll be having sex with robots in the next 10 years. This post was made in 2015, only 3 more years to go. When I was a kid, if a movie character had a cell phone, it meant they were a workaholic who hated Christmas. I feel like the irony of a band called Franz Ferdinand having their #1 song titled Take Me Out is probably lost on the majority of their listeners. This Rorschach guy was kinda a freak for drawing so many pictures of my parents having sex. What? Just had a great conversation with my cat. We discussed the following. 1. Is he a little baby? 2. He is in fact a little baby. 3. The fact that he's very cute. 4. The origin of how he got to be so cute. 5. Why is he so little? 6. Details as to how he's a good boy. There was a couple having wild sex with the lights on and the curtains wide open in the hotel room opposite me, and I couldn't help but feel sorry for them and their lack of Elden Ring. I asked my students to send me photos of their dogs doing classwork. It's an underappreciated photography genre. Life is like soccer because my mom signed me up for it and expects me to try my best even though I hate f***ing soccer. Had a music playlist called For Her and she said she had sex with another guy to it. Life has been hard, hasn't it? But I promise you'll get through this. Came over to see what my daughter was listening to on Spotify. Fart sounds. Over 1,000 farts for 1 hour. Wearing this to Regal Cinema tonight, then saying in my deepest voice possible, "One ticket to sing too." I learned you can sue somebody for loss of enjoyment of life, and I have a fucking list. I was not born to work, retire, and die. I was born to brood, wear a lot of black, and eventually become a feared poltergeist. Stop bringing Bluetooth speakers on hikes. No one came to the woods to hear you listen to Katy Perry. Can we normalize not confusing someone's free time with their availability? Make parties more interesting by telling strangers, "I want you to know that I personally have no problem with you being here." Apropos of nothing, I would like to remind you all of the time John someone was so committed to historical accuracy that he Googled a recipe for a red dye, copied the first result into his book, and did not ever realize that it was from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The red Lizalfos and 4 Hylian shrooms. Great. Meal prepping is great for people who are committed to ruining their weekends in an effort to regularly eat 4-day-old leftovers. There aren't any dogs at the dog park right now, and Cheesecake is not happy. I was promised there'd be bitches here. This is what I picture in my head whenever radio stations say they have the best mix of 80s, 90s, and today. It's been today for 21 years. You can't keep getting away with this. Cannot believe I used to complain about school. 9 to 3 every day, no weekends, 6 weeks off for summer, Easter holidays, I think, bank holidays, inset days, seeing my friends every day. I was living the absolute dream, and I didn't even realize. Euphoria Season 3 will not release until 2024. Here's the internet's take on the series so far. I saw this and I was like, it's coming in 4 years, but no. Now I need a minute. Today, my 5-year-old laughed at this painting in the middle of a museum for like 6 minutes. Honestly, I can't blame him. Me pre-kids. I'm never gonna lie to my kids ever. Me with kids. I just got off the phone with Santa, the firefighter dog from Paw Patrol, and the Green Power Ranger, and they all agree. If you don't put your shoes on, they're gonna have to put down another unicorn. A typical website visit in 2022. 1. Figure out how to decline all but essential cookies. 2. Close the support widget asking if I need help. 3. Stop the auto-playing video. 4. Close the subscribe to our newsletter pop-up. 5. Try and remember why I came here in the first place. Pro tip. Never be sad on a holiday/weekend. Cry on a work day, get paid for your depression. Don't let capitalism win. When I broke up with my high school boyfriend, my 10-year-old brother walked in on me crying and asked what was wrong. I told him, and he proceeded to log on to Minecraft, join my ex's party, and go set their town on fire. A family of psychos. Study 3 years for degree. Study 3 more for PhD. Join lab, start working. Spend years studying problem, form hypothesis, gather evidence, test hypothesis, form conclusions, report findings, clear peer review, findings published, reported in press. Guy on internet, bullshit. Me, Professor X. Yes, I can read minds. Yes, I suppose the name Alvin and the Chipmunks alludes to himself not being one. I remember the first time I asked my dad to sign something for me in high school. He shook his head and said, "If I sign this, you're gonna have to learn how to forge my signature. If you sign it from the start, you'll be able to sign whatever you want and they'll never know." I just overheard this guy at a coffee shop talking about his librarian girlfriend, and he said, "It's really hard to get into arguments with her because she cites her sources." That's it. How to win arguments. Know your stuff. My parents are replacing their coffee machine, which is 7 years old. Me, that's not old. I have sheets older than that. Mother, well, perhaps your sheets aren't getting as much action as our coffee machine. I'm going to need an ambulance. My kid scored 69 points in a hand of Uno and said, according to the memes, a funny number. Why is it funny? I asked. According to the memes. Anakin, is it possible to learn this power? Palpatine grins. Not from a Jedi. Which is why I use Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community where you can learn and teach just about anything. Get 2 months of Skillshare Premium for free with coupon code SHEEV. You ask me for the time and notice my watch is actually a live shrimp hugging my wrist. He whispers, 12:30. But he's guesstimating, as shrimps usually do. Having clinical depression is highly genetic, which means there is a direct line between me and my one incredibly sad ancestor who was still hot enough to reproduce. I think of them often. My boss deactivated my coworker's email who just quit too quickly and didn't realize it controls our company calendar, so now all of those events for the next 3 years are gone. At bedtime, the 8-year-old told me his teacher said, think of your mind like a pond full of fish, and each fish is a feeling. Try to be the pond, not the fish. And all I can say is primary school has significantly improved. Also, I forgot there used to be bedtime in early grade schools. So, now I'm sad because I miss bedtime. It is f***ed up that no matter how good a pie smells, it won't actually make you float up off the ground when you smell it.